Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of our Alumni Expert Series by IITMAA Jenny chapter with Dr. Sapna Poti. Thank you all for joining this session today with us. Now, without further delay, I would like to invite IITMAA Secretary Sridhar Bhuvaraghavan to say a few words to the audience. Sridhar, over to you.
Thank you, Maha. As the secretary of the Alumni Association, we are always looking for new ways to connect with the alumni. And this, as we discussed, is the first in its series. And here we have a similar uh, talk called Guru Talks. But in this, the difference is that we are looking for industry experts who are our alumni to come and talk about the subject of their expertise. And in this series, I'm happy to have Dr. Sapna as our first inaugural expert, and I'm looking forward to hearing her talk about her work in the scientific as a in the office of the principal scientific advisor, and letting us know her, possibly giving us a little idea of life in government, which we are all curious about, and we don't know how it works. You can probably tell us how it has gone since in the last few years that you've been there. Okay. Thank you so much, and over to you, Lokesh.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah, Lokesh, you want to
Am I
speak?
audible?
Yeah,
Am I audible?
Yeah.
yes.
So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all alumni across the globe. I welcome you all on behalf of Delhi Chapter IIT Madras Alumni Association. I am Lokesh Kumar, co-chair for Delhi Chapter. Today, we have a very special guest with us, who is one of our own alumna, Dr. Sapna Poti. She is leading Strategic Alliance Division as director in Office of Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. She has brought many laurels to our nation with her services and experience spanning over 30 years. Currently, her role is to facilitate and promote scientific research, development, and innovations in India. She has architected Manthan. It is India's first platform for industries and foundations to collaborate with academia and startups. This is the focus of her presentation. Her platform has received Dun and Bradstreet Award 2022 and has been showcased to 26 prime ministers, presidents, and state heads of various countries in World Government Summit 2024. Further, Dr. Poti is a Chevening Gurukul, the Future Leaders of India awardee 2015. She has won the Swedish government's Leadership for Transformative Change Fellowship 2023 award. She was interviewed by Forbes under Women Leaders category also. She has represented India at the Dubai International Festival on India's women-led innovations. Her previous stints before this has been with government with the National Skill Development Corporation under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, and in Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Dr. Poti is a member of Niti Aayog's expert group on skill development for mountain states, member of GIZ MSME Committee, USAID. She is a board member of International Federation of Inventors Association. Also, she is member of TERI's Center of Excellence under Namami Gange program and Asocham. She has also authored many national and international journals. So before I move on, a few things I would like to say. We will have question and answer at the end of the talk. So I request all of you to either text your question into the chat box or ask it in the end as per the given schedule. Now I our speaker, Dr. Sapna Poti ma'am, to take the stage and share her knowledge with us. Please.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for organizing this. It feels very much at home to be with all of you. Before I actually start the demonstration of Manthan, I just wanted to introduce the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to those who may not be aware of the office. As you would be aware, Dr. Abdul Kalam was our first Principal Scientific Advisor. And now we have Professor Ajay Sood, who also comes from Indian Institute of Science, and he has been here for about 2 years or so. Some of the finest scientists get to be Principal Scientific Advisor to the Prime Minister. The role that they play is largely to advise the Prime Minister, his office, all the line ministries, and so on. In addition to that, they also have a couple of divisions under them. One of them is the Prime Minister's Science, Technology, Innovation Advisory Council, which we call it as PM-STAT. That's the key and the most important group of people from in terms of having all the secretaries of different ministries, as well as the PSA heading the council. And they work on different missions like the water mission, waste management, One Health, quantum, AI, and so on and so forth. So they come together and they form this, basically deciding on what the mission should be, what would be the contours, and then they pass it on to the line ministries for them to work on.
I think we lost Dr. Sapna.
We lost her. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I think I lost you for a couple of minutes. I don't know if it was clear. So I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So similarly, there is the other division, which is called the Empower Technology Group. This group basically supports every line ministry and also works with policies and so on for all the different line ministries. And the third division, which is the Strategic Alliances Division, that is the one which I head. Our role is largely with industries, with the Government of India, of course, with state governments, and outside of India with about 17 other countries. Our role is also to keep getting demand from the industries, getting different projects for the academic institutes and startups, and also to work with on social impact with civil societies and so on. So the last mile effort that is required is what we support on. So because we are very few of us, we decided that we should have a platform, and that's why I personally architected this platform, which is called Manthan. It's basically to do with engaging demand and the supply side together, and it has some very key pillars. So the first pillar here is the opportunity pillar, which is basically bringing in projects from different industries, from various governments, and in the form of problem statements or projects, or in the form of infrastructure, any help or any giving that the industry would like to provide. It also includes industry R&D.
Again, ma'am's bad with low, I think. We lost her. So, yeah.
It's here again.
Ma'am, the presentation is not visible. Can you put it on?
Mm.
Kavita, can you
You
put
are
the
on mute,
presentation on
ma'am.
your side? That would be better. Ma'am, please.
Dr.
unmute
Sapna, can you just
unmute
turn off your
yourself.
video? It'll be better. And also, in case Dr. Sapna loses connection, I request Kavita to take over. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Kavita, you
the
can use the
presentation hasn't
presentation
started
if you
yet.
have with
Okay.
you.
Are you able to hear me?
Okay. Yeah, perfect. We can hear you.
Yeah, so so the whole idea of having the demand and the supply side work together is why we formed Manthan. So the first one, as I said, was opportunities, and we garner these opportunities from industries, different state governments, as well as line ministries. And right now we are at the tune of about 7,500 crores worth of industries, problem statements funded by different industries and so on. And in the supply side, we have several institutes, all the IITs, NITs, IIITs, AIMS, DRDOs. We also have research labs of DST, DBT. We have 300 incubators, about 1 lakh plus startups and so on. So all of them come on the supply side and they engage and they, of course, need to be competitive and get these projects for themselves. The platform does not enable payments because the funding is outside of the platform. However, we ensure that, if they need a jury or if they need, support in any sense, that is provided by the office. We are just 3-4 of us working on this, and that's why this platform was very important. And then we have the second pillar, which is basically a showcase pillar. And there we showcase all the proposals because a lot of market innovations as well as R&D is happening in India, and people would like to showcase that so that the industries are able to look at it and engage. And so something like LinkedIn, right? So we showcase those aligned to sustainable development goals and emerging technologies. And then we have several organizations like the Amazon Prime, Netflix, Daily Hunt, Jaipur Literature Festival, almost all the large, media and communication organizations with us who have offered on their own to support the office on various initiatives. So, for instance, we have something called the Mission Startup right now. These are events that you can watch on Amazon Prime. It's a story that I have written. This is basically to look at founders of startups, and it's a reality show. And the founders teach or do the capacity building of grassroots innovators through these various episodes, right from leadership skills, what is required for a startup, how do you pitch, what are the daily operations that operational issues that people face, and so on and so forth, and several such things. Netflix again had come up to us, so we are, we have requested them to make animated videos and movies for various, international festivals that they go to. Daily Hunt does the daily snippets for us. We also have Doordarshan, which takes the agriculture technologies on the ground and so on. So this platform today has got a Dun & Bradstreet Award, which is a private sector award, and it's also got a World Government's Summit Award, it was nominated amongst 8 other international awards and from 8 different governments. So this particular project was, I personally presented it to about 26 prime ministers, state heads, and presidents of different countries, including our own prime minister. I'll request Kavita to take you through the platform, and I'll take the questions in the end. Thank you.
Sure.
Over to you, Kavita.
All right. I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, it is, Kavita. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So starting with the landing page, here you will find a navigation video which will tell you about in and out of the Manthan platform in detail. It will take you through the entire tabs and explain what these tabs are all about. So the complete demonstration that I'm telling you about, or what Dr. Sapna has already mentioned, if you missed out on anything and if you want to relearn about the platform, this is a navigation video which will help you to look back at it. Then, like she mentioned, the accolades we have received is in the year 2022, we won the Dun & Bradstreet Awards for Best Tech Initiative. And the platform was selected and showcased to more than 25 heads of state in World Government Summit that happened in Dubai. Thereafter, the section is there which talks about the successful collaborations and project outcomes. So we have more than 340 plus successful collaborations. Successful collaboration means as soon as there is some opportunity on the platform and we start getting the results or the evaluation process starts, we start putting it in form of successful collaborations. The next section talks about is a complete summary of the platform in terms of number, where you can see the platform has generated in a span of less than 2 years, which is approximately 1 year, 9 months, total funding of more than 7,900 plus crores, more than 700 plus, 708 opportunities, more than 347 plus collaborations, more than 55,000 plus users actively using this platform, and more than 19,000 plus NGOs that are already registered on the platform. For others, I'll explain in detail in the respective sections. Then we have a section called Industry and Rolling Government Opportunities. So this particular section is by basically the industries and organizations which include public, private and government. which have rolling opportunities throughout the year. So for example, the Tata Group, more than 100 Tata Group companies have a platform which is known as Tata Innoverse. They came to us to cater their requirements from the pan-India research ecosystem. So the moment you open up, you will be redirected to their platform, which is Tata Innoverse. And here you'll find the problem statements of more than 100 Tata Group companies, along with their fundings, their requirements, their budget, timeline, etc. Similarly, it will work for other organizations which have API integrated with us, which is Ministry of Heavy Industries, BAIL, ISRO, SIDBI, ARI, UN organizations, DST, Electronics and Information Technology Ministry, AVPN, InSpace, and UN organizations. Then we also have KPMG as our market research provider on pro bono basis, which comes out with different kinds of reports, which is quite helpful for startup ecosystem to identify their niche area and also ensure that there is no duplicacy in efforts in any manner. The last section of the landing page is the first pillar of the platform, which is about the opportunity providers, like Dr. Sapna explained. So these are the list of all those organizations, be it foundation, industry, international government, embassies, central and state government, philanthropist. So these are the combined list and diverse list of stakeholders. It's a quite exhaustive list. You can also view it in our leisure times. So from starting from USA to Infosys till XPRIZE, which is Elon Musk Foundation. So they have provided more than 3 to 4 calls worth more than 1,000 crores on different thematic areas like carbon removal, water scarcity, etc., which is currently active on the platform. Then we have Climate Collective. Then we have Central Line Ministries, we have a World Economic Forum, Bayer is there, Rockefeller Foundation, Wellcome Trust. So all renowned international organizations, you'll find it here, all central governments, mostly state governments, all renowned organizations you'll find here. So we also have a segment dedicated to government that I'll explain in detail, but it's a huge exhaustive list, like I mentioned. So these are all those people who have provided some kind of opportunity on the platform. Lastly, we have some additional outreach partners. So whatever opportunity comes to us, it's been outreach to the Startup India, to NIIF, to NITI Aayog, and Atal Innovation Mission. Then moving to the next part, which is about the co-partners. So like, Dr. Sapna explained, the platform was crowd-funded. So Sri Lakshmi Narayan, who is the former VC and CEO of Cognizant, Act Grant, and AWS, has crowd-funded to develop this platform. Then this platform was also benchmarked. So all these platforms were initially benchmarked, and thereafter the development of Manthan platform came into picture, which ensured that the efforts and there is no duplicacy as compared to all these platforms which are benchmarked, and Manthan is unique in itself. Talking about the opportunities, so depending upon the industry requirement, we have identified several templates, which is whether you are looking for some early stage innovations, or it is about some R&D proposals, or is it some kind of industry market ready innovation, or is it about some implementation projects? So usually CSR projects are implementation project, or is it about creating some center of excellence? So we have successfully established more than 15 plus center of excellence in working on different thematic areas. For example, Center of Excellence in Clean and Affordable Energy in IIT Dharwad, Center of Excellence in Water Sanitation in IIT Madras, funded by IBM. Then Circular Economy established in TERI. Then we have a Center of Excellence in AI by NIT in Bihar. So thereafter we have established such 15 centers of excellence that are of prime importance to nation on various thematic areas. Then it could also be about providing scholarships, where organizations like Bayer, Biocon, they regularly provide scholarships related to STEM courses. We have Reliance Foundation, who has provided more than 100 crores of scholarship. We have recently Samsung provided scholarships to school students. Then we have Lee Grant organization, who provides scholarship to transgender and girl students specifically. So these are some of the examples of opportunities that we have witnessed in the segment of scholarship and fellowship. Or it could also be about an organization providing in-kind opportunity, which is all about providing infrastructure. So in this, basically some kind of infrastructure research lab facilities being provided for researchers to continue their research. For example, Intel and AWS have provided high computing space to researchers. We had Bell, who has provided their research laboratories for researchers to work on the research problem. Then we have another template, which which is about social impact problem, which is all about, solving the problems of NGOs. So organizations like Seva, Mandeshi, they can come and tell about their problem, and one can also solve their problem. Or it could be about exploratory call, where I would explain you with the help of an example. So when the quantum mission was launched, TCS wanted to do some kind of research on quantum mission, but it was not sure about how to start on the research part. So it went for an exploratory call where it invited proposals from all the academic institutes, research institutes, and startup ecosystem. It really got a lot of competitive amount of proposals on the quantum, and thereafter has finally shortlisted more than 10 plus institutes across India, from premium institutes to tier 2 and tier 3 institutes, for working on the quantum mission, and thereafter has proceeded with that. So this is how this particular segment work. And to create an opportunity, it's very simple. The moment you click in, for example, I here take an example of the early stage innovation. So the moment you click in here, you'll find this kind of template. So for example, if you have your own template also, or any organization has their own template, that is also possible. So with the help of here, you can submit using your template also. But here we have, as per the industry requirement, drafted a template which is quite exhaustive, but the moment you fill in, it will help you to think what kind of descriptions you would provide, and you need to think upon your particular call. So you just need to fill in the title, what you are basically providing, what is the description of the call, what are the relevant thematic areas and SDG that you're targeting, or is it you're targeting emerging technologies, what kind of response mode you want, whether you want all the response mode to come on Manthan platform, or you want all the responses to come on a particular email ID. So you can provide your email ID here, or you want all the responses to get directed to your pre-built platform. So if you have any platform of yours, you just need to copy paste the URL of that particular platform, and all the responses from Manthan will be redirected to your platform. So these are the 3 responses mode that are present on the platform. You can also define the technology readiness level from 3 to 9. And you can choose, what is the expected project outcome, what is the objective, what are the project timelines, any other relevant details, whether the opportunity comes under CSR or not, details on the IPR ownership, details about funding, timelines, any other offerings along with the call if there is any, for example, facilities, mentorship, fellowship, incubation support, any other thing. And lastly, you can attach any flyer, brochure, or any creative to support your opportunity. Then once you fill in this particular first tab, you will switch to the second tab, which will tell you about your target audience. So here, for that particular opportunity, who is your target audience? Whether it is all the institutes that you are targeting, in institutes also, whether it is private or government, or whether you are targeting all, or whether it is only startup ecosystem, incubators, MSMEs, individual innovators, NGOs, schools, who is that? Then you can also choose the education qualification of your target audience, that whether any education qualification will work for that particular call, or you want only graduates to apply, or postgraduates to apply, or PhD, postdoc, etc. And anything in addition to you want as an education criteria, you can definitely mention it here. Then we have certain specific other additional parameters also to define your opportunity well, so that you get more competitive proposals. So first of all, here with the help of the platform, you are also able to assign a peer reviewer, because every organization which comes out of a lot of challenges might not be expert in that area. So with the help of this platform, you can easily assign a peer reviewer for that particular opportunity. Thereafter, you can choose other criteria like team size, institution or organization experience, principal investigator experience, the scope of proposals, their technical merits, budgets, patents, publications, previous collaboration with other organizations, facilities and infrastructure, and details on technology transfer, etc. So this was about the templates of you creating, opportunity on the template. Now the last tab is about the proposal. So this is the format in which you will be getting the responses from the research ecosystem. So this is the proposal submission template by the organizations, where the tabs include, they'll tell about the project details, they will talk about their industry problem and what is the brief project summary about that. They'll provide their product category, their product design, their product USPs, their solution USPs, and why the funding they should any organization organization should partner with them, details about the founders, their management information, funding details, their technical plan, target timeline, support required, etc. in brief, so that they will be providing here along with the attachments. So this is how you get a submission of the proposal by the supply side. Also, if you have, like I mentioned in the starting itself, if you have some pre-designed template of your organization where you want, no, this is my format of organization and I want to receive information only that particular format. So like I mentioned, with the help of your submit using template, you can click on this tab and you can choose your particular file and you will get responses in that manner. So whatever is possible, either use Manthan or you use your organization's template. Then there is also something called industry R&D. So we understand that many organizations also go for confidential research. So there is a specific segment for the same where a China wall is created and nobody, you can utilize the Manthan platform, but nobody will be able to see what you are doing and what you are working at. Even Office of PSA will not be aware that what you are working on. And the moment you come yourself and say, okay, we want to now showcase our projects and results to the public, thereafter we will showcase this as form of result or as form of successful collaboration. Until that, nobody is aware, what you are working on that. Then we have different segments. So this is, like I mentioned in the starting, opportunities are being mirror imaged in form of different segments for user ease. So these segments talk about government opportunities, international partnerships, a particular segment dedicated for women in STEM and school innovation. So I'll take you one by one for each of them. So like I mentioned, this particular segment is only about government opportunities. So we have been successfully able to engage with more than 25 line ministries and state ministries. And here you'll find the opportunities related to all central ministries who have provided their, problem statements to us, be it Ministry of Coal, be it Ministry of Electronics, MNRE, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Ministry of Department of Telecom, then state governments like SciSec, Startup Odisha, in Space, Coal India, etc. So all these are the list of government organizations that have provided their opportunities on the platform. Similarly, we have a segment called international partnerships, where we have been engaged with more than 16 plus countries so far and have been getting their challenges also on the platform. So like I mentioned in the starting, we had Elon Musk Foundation, we had Lego Foundation who has provided their opportunities, we have Israel Innovation. So these are basically the list of opportunities provided by all the international organizations, which is Zintorch, Torch Investment, Novodesk, Boeing, Airbus is there, European Union, Climate Collective, FCDO, Coventry University, XPRIZE Foundation, Chemopolis, Israel Innovation, Path, Bayer, Ignite Sweden, Finovista, USA. It's almost all renowned UN organizations, Zyka, Sweden embassies, all embassies, Volvo Group. All these people have provided their, UN organizations, World Economic Forum. All these organizations have provided their challenges, their opportunities on the Manthan platform. And then we have subject matter experts also registered for the same. And with the help of this platform, you can just directly click and directly interact with the subject matter experts. Then we have a dedicated segment for women in STEM, which is under the special mission of Prime Minister's office, where we had been into several collaborations to identify women in STEM. For example, we had She is Water, She Rose in collaboration with Consulate General of Canada, She in 75 Women in Chemistry in collaboration with Royal Society of Chemistry, She is 75 Women in STEAM in collaboration with British High Commission and FICCI. And then we have women entrepreneurs also registered and women in STEM also registered. We have few more upcoming initiatives also in this particular segment, which is about She in Agriculture with Godrej Agtech Group is planning to do. Then we have a unique She in Semiconductors, which Fujitsu, which is a renowned IT organization, is planning to do. So similar kind of initiatives are yet to come. They are in process, and hopefully by next year we will be able to see them. Then we also have something called school.
I think we should also talk about the Medha, because that's very relevant for them.
Sorry, ma'am, couldn't hear.
Medha.
Yes. Then we have our clusters that are working on, scholarship provided to girl students. So there is a program named as Medha, which provides a scholarship internship to girl students. So like I said, here you will find in this particular segment, we have a school. This particular segment is dedicated to school innovation, where basically we are trying to give education to school students also in the subjects related to science, mathematics, or trying to train their teachers so that the teachers can train the students well in the science subject. So recently, like I mentioned, Samsung has launched a call nationwide for school students. Then we had Olympiads. So in school segment, we have opportunities like Olympiads, competitions for school students, so that they are encouraged, they are getting awareness, they are getting exposure to these areas. So whatever I was talking you was right now about the pillar 1, which was opportunity, and it was mirror imaged into several segments for user ease, depending upon your area of interest, whether you're looking for government opportunities, international, women in STEM, school education. So you'll find that. Now I'm moving to pillar 2, which is showcase of proposals, as Dr. Sapna has already mentioned in the introduction part. So this is basically we are trying to showcase the proposal submitted by the startup ecosystem, because what happens is a lot of people apply to one particular opportunity or all the opportunities that are present on the platform. Some of them get selected, some get funded, some don't get funded. So what we have done for the rest of them is we've tried to showcase them in form of relevant SDGs wherever they fall in. So for example, if I click on climate action, just an example. So here, first of all, one can also become a driver for a particular SDG. By becoming driver or section owner means, for here, we have Climate Collective and Triple GI, because they are the leading organizations in the climate, and they have taken the responsibility of a particular SDG, which is climate action, and they have, they are responsible for driving this particular SDG. For us, and they're bringing regular kind of engagements related to climate action. So one can become section owner. Then here you'll find opportunities related to, for your user ease, you'll find all the opportunities related to climate action. You'll find market research reports. And this is the main section where we have showcased proposals related to this particular SDG, and also at what stage they are, whether they are at innovation stage, whether they are R&D stage, whether it is market ready innovation, or is it about implementation projects, or is it about center of excellence. So here you can see, like, the star sign, the yellow sign here denotes that renowned and premium institutes like IITs have put up that proposal. So if any one of them is interested, we can easily, choose these proposals, view these proposals, and we will be happy to connect you with the relevant person. So this is how this particular segment works. And also we have subject matter experts also related to each of the SDGs. Similarly, it's going to work for all other SDGs that you can see here. And in the same manner, we have identified some ETs which we feel which do not fall under SDGs and are not covered. For example, quantum is there, AI is there, blockchain is there. So we have identified more than 17 plus emerging technologies. So like SDGs I explained you, in a similar manner, we have ETs as well. So one can also take the ownership of ET. Like here, the Kerala department, IT and EC department, computer department has taken the ownership of AI/ML. Then we have opportunities in a similar manner. You'll find market research reports, and this is the showcase section of proposals, and at various stages, whichever you are looking for. Again, you'll find the subject matter experts related to these emerging technologies as well. Then we also have some special projects, which is about Root app. So under the basically from the vision of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the current PSA, Dr. Professor Ajay Sood, has also similar interest in ROOTAC technologies, and he has handpicked 34 technologies by himself, and these are the list of technologies. So if you want more details, you can just click on them and find all the details regarding that. So these technologies are definitely going to empower the rural technology and help them in their livelihood. Then we also have our clusters that are working on different thematic areas. So if any one of you is interested in these respective thematic areas and the projects done by them, then we can also connect you to their respective clusters also. For example, here is Bangalore working on these thematic areas, Bhubaneswar cluster, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jodhpur, and Pune. And also, if you want to know more details about what kind of project they have been working in, here is a project compendium also. So the moment you click in, a PDF will open, which will talk about the details of the projects done done by each of the clusters. So these clusters are nothing but a group of consortium, local entities, institutes, startups, or industries coming together and working on these focus areas for that particular area. Then there's a, like, once you're through with this, now once you have put up your opportunity, you have selected few of the proposals from the supply side, then you can also have your virtual exhibition where you call for a virtual exhibition, and you don't need to physically visit their offices. You don't need to spare your time for that. You just have to call for a virtual exhibition where they will come, and for example, you shortlisted 3 proposals. All those organizations will come, display their proposals to you, and whichever you feel relevant for your organization or for your opportunity, you can give a call, select, and proceed with the further course of action. Then lastly, we have a segment of events that Dr. Sapna already explained you. So here are the links of all those events, and the episodes are here. Once you click on them, you will actually find this. For example, if I click on Amazon one, so we partnered with Amazon Prime, and they have produced a reality series of which is named as Mission Startup, which talks about 10 grassroots innovators. Similarly, our partnership has worked with other organizations, which is Netflix, which is Sunset TV. So Sunset TV is the official channel of Parliament, where we collaborated with Sunset TV so to ensure that these innovations are reaching to ground level also, and also even our MPs, MLAs, and ministers are aware about the kind of innovation that India is bringing up with and India is doing, and thereafter the same could also be implemented in their constituencies. Then we partnered with Daily Hunt, so they are actually helping us to outreach all kind of opportunities and challenges that are coming on the platform, and also they are helping us to outreach the success stories, the results that are coming out of all those challenges. So Daily Hunt is a very famous news aggregator. Then there was a collaboration with DD Kisan that was funded by IFCO, where they have built episodes on agriculture, agri-tech innovations also. Then Jaipur Literature Film Festival by Teamwork Arts, I'm sure everyone is aware about, where we're trying to build in series related to science, either some event or some panels related where science discussion could happen, and we can create more awareness about research, innovation, work about this. Lastly, to create a profile on this platform, it's very simple. It's a free initiative by Government of India, where one simply needs to log in, basically register yourself by putting your email ID. You will get a verification code on your email ID. The moment you verify the code, this page will open, which will ask about to fill in your details of your profile, which talks about filling up your name, your gender, your email ID, mobile number, and you can also register yourself as subject matter experts also on the platform. So you need to fill in your patent details, your publications also. You can put in your social media handle so that it is easy for others if they want to reach out to you in any case. So this is how it works. So this was all about the Manthan platform. Over to Dr. Sapna if she wants to add anything.
Yeah. More importantly, they can be subject matter experts because most of them are subject matter experts, so they can engage in that manner as well. And those who are, faculty members in any international organization or institute, they could also be subject matter experts here. And those, of course, who are in industries can provide their problem statements or their projects on this platform. And almost every startup of repute is in this platform. We'll be happy to take the questions now. Lokesh?
Shall I read out to you, ma'am? Sapna, ma'am?
Yeah, please. I mean, people can even speak because I think it can be interactive, right?
Yeah, exactly. So everyone, can you raise hands? That would be better.
They can unmute and ask the questions, I think. Rakesh?
Yeah, we have given them permission to unmute.
Yes.
Abraham, can you make me host?
My name is Achutan. Can I talk?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear.
Please.
See, I'm from IIT Madras. After I'm retired, I would like to know. See, I identified certain problems in my village in Trichur. There are so many points where I can do something. We can do something together with the villages. can we get some funding or maybe or organize thing from for this kind of thing from your organization? Like for more water. I suffered a stroke, so I'm very difficult to. Sometimes my voice is not clear to you. If it's not clear, you can tell me.
Yeah, Lokesh,
Is
can
my
you explain the question because I
communication
think
clear
it
to
was
you?
not that clear.
Sure.
Huh?
I will explain. I got Achyutan sir, you said like in your village, there are several problems for which you would like to have a solution. So how Manthan platform can be beneficial for you to putting out the problems and getting funding to sort out those problems, right?
No, I would like to do the group. I can make a group. So and it will be a good Pokemon. There is no. I have some idea which I can communicate with you. I don't want to waste others' time, and I can communicate.
So like Kavita had shown the platform, like if you have
No,
a
no. So
particular
Lokesh,
problem.
let's answer one by one. So this is basically a platform where we create demand, which means that we bring from various industries and other governments projects which are with funding. And the other one, which is social impact projects, which is largely from NGOs, we provide those problem statements which come along with funding, which means that the NGO has already spoken to say an ITC or a Pepsi or one of the CSR organizations, and then they come along with that, because problems per se in India, there are several of them, and technology cannot be developed without funding, and hence the NGO is expected to bring the funding along with the problem statement when they come to this platform.
Does
In
that answer your
instances
question,
where
Achyutan
we
sir?
see some institute or a startup which has developed a very good technology, let me give you a couple of examples. For instance, one of the IIT Madras startups had developed this, this hospital, which had a CDSO certification. So he and I did about 20-30 road shows where we, engaged with different industries, and we brought them on board. We also got 19,000 square feet land from about 50 from state governments for about 50-55 hospitals which we established. So that kind of technology, if it is very, very interesting, like the standing wheelchair and so on, then we push that innovation to the funders, and we tell them that there's something very interesting. This needs attention, and maybe you would like to support this. So this kind of projects also we undertake. However, social problems, there are too many of them. We don't go with the problems. We go with innovations because we represent researchers as well as innovators in India.
I hope that answers your question, Achyutan sir. Can you hear me, Achyutan sir?
Hello.
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 Yeah. Dr. Subramanian, yeah. Sir, go ahead.
Yeah.
Please go.
Well, quite an impressive presentation. Thank you very much, Dr. Sapna. I just wanted to ask you, is this Manthan platform available for NRIs staying abroad? You mentioned that, the people who are in India only you are talking. Is it available? And mainly for the startups, who are willing to do in India or outside the country?
Yeah, so all the challenges that we bring are global challenges largely, like like we mentioned about Elon Musk, 1,087 crores for climate action in space. He's also given some projects on space. And then we have Gates Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, almost all the large global foundations. So when they come on the platform, they allow all kinds of startups to apply, not only Indian startups, but also those which are outside of the startup. However, because this is a Government of India initiative, it is very important to keep the Indian startups and Indian academic institutes in the forefront. So NRI startup can work along with an Indian startup, and the Indian startup will be able to apply for this. However, the funding could be also kind of divided 50% each. So minimum of 50% should go to an Indian startup.
Okay. Thank you.
Because the whole idea is to build the capacity of Indian startups and Indian academics.
Okay. And one more question. I am a consultant currently in India. I am doing in a small level sort of a partnership between academia and industry in a very, very small level. Do you think that, I will have some learning from advisory from your?
Yeah, so basically, if you want to give these training capsules or capacity building for startups or academic institutes, then you can come on the demand side and you can say that this is my offering. I have these courses on construction or whatever, and the uniqueness of this module is XYZ, and I'm here to offer it free of cost or for a subsidized thing. This is not for industries or for individuals to make money. This is for them to offer and give. That is why we say it is a demand-driven platform for supply towards academic institutes and startups. So consulting, you can provide as long as it's pro bono, it's fine. If it is something that you are going to be charging, then that's a business development for yourself. This platform is surely not for business development. It's for philanthropic activities, and it is for to make a social impact.
Very well. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
There is one question I see. Is there any age restriction? The question was put up to Ms. Kavita. Like, is there any age restriction?
Yeah, so
I guess for signing up?
so basically, as we mentioned, school innovation is also part of the story because we need to start very early. The whole idea is that the younger the students are, the better for us, and they need to immerse themselves in rural development as well as solving problems for their communities and so on, right? So hence, there is no age limit per se for you to enter this. And usually it is the principal of the school who gets the opportunity and provides it to several others.
And also for subject matter expert, like, is there a minimum requirement of expertise of
Yeah,
experience in
the minute
specific
you
domain?
open the subject matter, profile, you will find you need to write your journal papers, you need to upload your journal papers, you also need to provide your projects that you have done and so on. So automatically, a 18-year-old child will not be able to fill it.
Great. So means the subject matter expert availability will be specific and experienced.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. You need to prove yourself. You need to prove that you are a subject matter expert. So there are several, evidences that you need to provide on the platform.
Great. So with this, I think we have come to the end. I don't see any question. Is there any question anybody wants to ask? You can please raise your hand. We still have some time with us. 5 minutes are there. If not, then I will like to give vote of thanks. Sure. So the presentation was very well laid out, and I find the Manthan platform was very well structured. The bandwidth of coverage of topics as well as the innovations and the sections, I guess that is one of a kind. That's why it has won so many awards. So congratulations to Dr. Sapna Poti ma'am as well as Kavita for giving us this opportunity to showcase the Manthan platform to our alumni. Also, I would like to thanks the IIT Madras Alumni Association for giving us this platform and coordinate with the alumni across globe. I have got one question just now. Can I take that, Sapna ma'am?
Yes, Lokesh, we'll have to give them time to think and ask them questions, right?
I don't know. It seems like that. Yeah, it has just for like how to prove ourselves as subject matter expert. You have already answered, I guess.
Yeah. So basically, you have to prove by uploading your evidences, which means if you have written journal papers on quantum, if you're a quantum expert, or if you have done some experiments which are unique, or if you have certain projects that they have undertaken, then those are the things that you should be able to upload. So the questions that are asked in the template are such that you will be forced to respond to all of them. and automatically, it comes out that are you a subject matter expert or not? Because the subject matter experts are also international. For instance, we have nearly 40 foreign institutes on this platform, right from Stanford, Harvard to Edinburgh and all kinds, KTH, Sweden, Uppsala, and all kinds of universities. So they also engage with you, and hence it is very important that the sanctity of the subject matter expert is provided over here.
So, ma'am, as you mentioned, NRI startups has to collaborate with the Indian startup. So, is it like if NRI faculty or someone overseas wants to become a subject matter expert, so whatever project they propose with funding, is that compulsory that funding should be from Indian entity, or is it like acceptable from foreign
Yeah, I
entity
think you have
also? Like,
confused 2-3 things together. You have mixed up 2-3 things together. One is subject matter expert is nothing but a subject matter expert. It's like a LinkedIn profile. So you can come and upload yourself as a subject matter expert, and that is available for anybody to connect to you. For instance, if I'm sitting here and I have a problem to solve in say AI in health, and I go into AI in health section and I find a lot of subject matter experts, and they are NRIs or they are others, and anybody for that matter. So I should be able to link up to them and say, hello, I have this particular project. Would you be interested in applying to this? Or I find this particular challenge, which is from Rockefeller Fellow Foundation, and it is on Manthan platform. Can you apply along with me? So joint projects can be done through subject matter experts, right? They are not coming on the demand, nor are they asking for funds. They are just subject matter experts for people to, bring them on board for any project that they would like to apply together. Or if an organization like a Microsoft is working on a water technology CSR project, and they don't have water technology experts, obviously, because they are not a water expert at all. So then they can go to the water section under the SDG environment, and they can connect to a Professor Indumati who's sitting in IIT Madras, or a Professor Lichi Philip, or they could link up to anybody in a water expert sitting in US or Frankfurt or anywhere for that matter through the platform. And then they can apply to this water project, which has come as a challenge on the platform.
got it, ma'am. Got it. That's clear. I hope that's clear everything for whatever the questions were put up. So thank you very much, ma'am, for giving your valuable time and connecting us with the Manthan platform. I'm pretty much sure all the alumni must have learned very good learning of the Manthan platform, and all of them are going to make use of this. So with this, I thank Ms. Kavita also for showcasing through the platform, and I will hand over to Maha ma'am to close this.
Yeah. Thank you, Lokesh. Thank you for your support in successfully organizing today's session. And on behalf of IITMAA, I would like to express our appreciation to our speaker, Dr. Sapna Poti ma'am, for sharing your valuable time and insights into the Manthan platform and its impact on society. And thank you, Ms. Kavita, for your very detailed, very easy to follow demo of the platform. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining us for the session today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
And